Hello, my friends. Take a look at the bag I am going to bring to you today as a YouTube tutorial. Isn't this so pretty? I love this one. It's actually starts out with a granny square. So anyone that has ever done a granny square, you're going to be able to make this bag. And I will show you how I put in the grommet and also how to crochet the straps. It's a super sturdy bag and I think it's a beautiful size as well. I think you're gonna have a lot of fun making this one. So let's grab your hook and your yarn and we'll get going. Okay, for the yarn, I am using a bulky weight yarn. It's very bulky, but I am using only a 4mm hook because I wanted the stitch to be super tight actually, because I wanted the bag to be extra strong. So this is what it looks like with a 4mm hook using a bulky yarn. But you do you, whatever you want to do. Let's get started. Okay, as I was saying, this bag starts out with a granny square bottom. So I'm going to do my magic ring. This is how I do my magic ring. I put a loop around my index finger and I put a loop around these two fingers forming an X. And then I'm gonna go with my hook in between, pull up a loop and chain one and give it a nice little tuck. Okay, so that's my magic ring. We're gonna start out with a chain 3. 1, 2, 3. This will count as your first double crochet. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 more double crochets. And if you are brand new to crocheting, a double crochet, you're gonna yarn over, you're gonna pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 of them. You have 2 loops left, yarn over, pull through 2 of them. So now you have 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to chain 2, 1, 2. And then we're going to do another 3 double crochets. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here is 3. And then we chain 2. We do another 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. So we have 1, 2, 3 clusters right now. Chain 2. Let's do one last set of 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Now go ahead and close or tighten your magic ring. So this is what your granny square bottom should look like right now. You have 1 corner, 2 corner, 3 corner. And in our last corner, we're not going to do a chain 2. Instead, we're going to do chain 1 and we're going to do a half double crochet on top of the chain 3 space. Insert your hook into the chain 3. You have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through all the loops. Okay, the reason why we don't want to do a chain 3 space is if you do a chain, the reason why we're not doing a chain 2, you do a chain 2 and you slip stitch in here, you're gonna end up right here. And that's where you would start to work. But we want our starting point to be in the center of our corner. Okay, so let me just show you the difference. So we just did our double crochet. If you do a chain 2 and slip stitch in here, see where you end up? You end up over here. That is not where we want to end up. So we're going to chain 1, yarn over into the chain 3 space, pull up a loop, and then do a half double crochet. Here we go. That was round number 1. So for round 2 and going forward, we will work the 3 double crochets that you have here on the side, and we'll add 2 double crochets on each side. 2 here, then we work the 3 and 2 here. And so for the next round we would have 5 double crochets in the center, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. I'm sorry, we have 7 because we're adding 2 and 2 on each side, so we're adding 4 stitches in each round. So to get started, do a chain 3. This will count as our first double crochet. Yarn over into the corner. We're going to do another double crochet. I'm going to go ahead and mark this first real double crochet. This way I know when I come back that I'm going to connect the rounds into the chain to the right of it. Okay, so we did our 2 double crochets in a sense, and now we're going to be working the 3 double crochets you seeing as is. So 1, 2, 3, and we find ourselves in the next corner, and there you're going to do 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. So you just finish one side. You have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 double crochets. Now you're going to chain 2, and into the same corner you're going to do another 2 double crochets, 1 2, and then you're going to work the 3 double crochets as they appear. Here's 1 2 and 3, and we are into our next corner here. You're going to put 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Okay, so we just did this side and this side. Then chain 2 into the corner, 2 double crochets, 2 more double crochets, work your 3 double crochets, 1 2 3. Here's our corner. We do 2 more, and that was the 3rd side. Let's finish the last side together. So chain 2 into the same corner. We do another 2 double crochets, and then we're going to work the 3 double crochets in the middle, 1 2 3. So in the beginning we did the chain 3 and the double crochet, so we already have 2 double crochets in the first corner. We need another 2. Okay, so into the corner you put 2 double crochets. So that was your 4th side, and just like all the other rounds, we're going to close it by chain 1, and you do a half double crochet, and you insert your hook into the chain 3. Remember, I marked the first real double crochet, so I know that the stitch right next to it is my chain 3. So I'm going to insert my hook there, pull up a loop. I got 3 loops, pull through all 3 loops, and that's round 2. You would repeat this continuously. So let me just get it going for you. So chain 3 into the corner, you do a double crochet, And then remember we said we're gonna have 7 double crochets on each side now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're gonna do 7 double crochets. So the first one is a little hard to see because that's the chain 3, but this is it. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 2 double crochets in the corner, and then chain 2, right? And then 2 more double crochets in the corner, and then here are 7 double crochets on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We find ourselves in the next corner, so do 2 double crochets and then chain 2, and that is your pattern. You're going to continue to do so until you have the size of the base that you want. Okay, so this is the size of my base that I want. So this was our first round, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I did 9 rounds to get to this base, and this is almost 10 inches long, so 9 3/4 inches wide, and that is equivalent to 25 centimeters long or wide. Okay, now you're going to need 4 stitch markers. You're going to mark the center of each of the side. So an easy way to do so is to pick the middle double crochet from your first row right here, and then you use this one and you travel it all the way up to find the center stitch. So here's the middle. You just go along and you find your center stitch. You want to count to make sure if you want to. So if you are doing 9 rows the way I do it, you have 17 stitches. If you count from here to here is 17, from here to here is 17, and the center is our odd number. Okay, so mark each of the centers and let's get going. Okay, we're gonna start this as usual with our chain 3 and our double crochet in the corner. And just like all of the other rounds before you, you continue to work that. Okay, so we're still increasing 4 stitches in each corner, but now we're going to start decreasing here in the center, and by doing so we're gonna shape the back. It's gonna go from flat to going up now. Okay, so work your double crochets until we are right here. So this is the center, and we're gonna stop 1 stitch before this stitch. Okay, okay, so I stopped 1 stitch before the center stitch, so I just crocheted this one. So on our first row of decrease, what we're going to do is we're going to skip 3. We're going to skip this stitch, we're going to skip the center stitch, and we're going to skip this stitch. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're going to do a double crochet. We're going to skip 1, 2, 3, and we're going to insert our hook into the 4th double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, and you just continue to do your double crochets until you get to the other side, and then we're going to do another decrease. So work your way over here and we'll do the decrease one more time together. Okay, I am on the second side in the center. I stopped one stitch before the center stitch, so we're going to skip 1, 2, and 3. So double crochet 1, 2, 3 into the fourth one, you do your double crochet. So on our first round of decrease, we're gonna decrease 3 stitches on each side. So do that for the other 2 sides, and then I will show you how to continue the decrease going forward. Okay, so I did my first row of decreases all the way around, and I started a new row, and I want to show you how to do the decrease on row 2 or round 2 and going forward. Okay, so this is how you're going to decrease from now on going forward. So look at the center of your base. You have the 2 stitches here in the middle. Okay, you're going to stop crocheting 2 stitches prior to that. Okay, so let's look at it again. You have the 2 center stitches. You're going to stop crocheting 2 before that. So we're going to decrease these 2 stitches into 1. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So this is a double crochet but not finished. You're going to do the same thing into the next stitch. Yarn over, insert your hook into the second stitch, pull up your loop, yarn over, pull through both loops, yarn over, pull through all 3. So you just decrease these 2 double crochets into 1. Now we're gonna skip the 2 in the center. All right, we're gonna skip these 2, and we're gonna do a decrease over here again. So yarn over, skip 1, skip 2, do a half finish double crochet over here, do another half finish double crochet into the next stitch. You have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and that is how you're going to decrease from this round on going forward. And you go right back into crocheting the rest of the row as usual. So I'm gonna finish this one, and I'm going to meet you over here to show you the decrease one more time. Okay, so I worked my way to the other side. Let's repeat this. So here are our 2 center stitches. You're gonna stop crocheting up until 2 stitches before the center. So these 2 we're gonna decrease to 1. So yarn over, do an unfinished double crochet into the first one, yarn over, do an unfinished double crochet into the second one, and now you yarn over, pull through all of them. So we decrease 1, we're gonna skip the 2 center stitches, 1, 2, and we're gonna double crochet these 2 together. So skip, skip, into this one we do an unfinished double and another unfinished double, and pull through all 3 loops and go right back into double crocheting. So that is how you form the back to go up, because every corner you increase by 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and every side we decrease by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So by doing so, now your back is gonna continue to go up into the, what do you call it, 90 degrees. So you will do this decrease from now on going forward until you have the height of your back. And if you look at my back, I am doing, I believe, 12 rounds. So here's where I start my decrease, right? You can see it right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Actually 13 rows. So, but you do you however you wanted to do it. I do 13 rows and I will continue to do so, and I will meet you back when I'm up here. Okay, let's take a look at my back. It is looking amazing. Doesn't it look so cool? Love the color, love the texture. So so from where I started the decrease, I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 rows. So if I'm measuring it over here, it's 9 inches tall right now, which is 23 centimeters. If we're doing it up the peak, it's a little bit over 12 inches, which is about 31 centimeters. So I think this is a good height for me. And before I start working on the straps, I'm going to finish off with 1 row of single crochet. Okay, so to get started, so we in our corner space here, I'm gonna go ahead and do a chain 1, and then I'm gonna do a single crochet into my corner space. And then I'm going to do a single crochet in every stitch. But here on the bottom here where it goes down, I will do a decrease of these 2 stitches into 1. So let's do a single crochet all the way until we get there, and I'll show you how I do my single crochet 2 together. I hope you find this tutorial helpful. I try to make it as thorough as possible for you. If you like it, I would love to hear from you, or give me a thumbs up. If you feel like there is something missing that would make it even better for you to learn how to make this bag, I would love to hear your suggestion. I am always open to suggestions. The 2 stitches that I want to do single crochet 2 together, it would be this one and this one. And you can tell because in the previous row, you know, we did a decrease on those 2. So I'm going to single crochet this one, and then to single crochet these 2 together, you're going to insert your hook into the first stitch, pull up a loop. So you have 2 loops. You're going to go underneath the next one, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and that's how you single crochet 2 together. And then you're going to go ahead and single crochet all the way up. And then when you get to the corner, I would do 2 single crochets in the corner and then work your way down. So do that all the way around, and I'll meet you back over here, okay? I know that I said I wanted to do 1 row of single crochet earlier, but what I meant is I want to do 2 rows of single crochet. So I did 1 single crochet at the beginning into my corner, so I'm going to do another one right here. And just to show you real quick how I start my second row. So you just slip stitch into your first single crochet, just like that, and then you chain 1, and then you do a single crochet in every single crochet, just like that. So do that 1 more time, and then remember, do a decrease here in the valley, and I will meet you back over here, okay? Okay, I am back. I did my 2 rows of single crochet, as you can see, and I went ahead and I put my grommets on 3 out of the 4 back peaks. So I want to show you how I do that, but look how cool they look. I don't know, they just elevate the backs, I think. Do you like them? Do you not like them? Vote, let me know in the comment section. But if you're interested in knowing how it works, so it can be very intimidating. I was intimidated for a really long time until I actually did it. So this is a set that I bought, and it works with different size grommets, including this size here. And basically what you do is you put this piece, which is kind of like this, has a tall neck. If you look at that piece versus this piece. So this would go on top here. This kind of like, it's like a mold. It fits right in here. Then you put this flat piece on top, and then you put this tool on top of it, and you give it a nice little whack, and it comes out looking like this. So I'm going to show it how I did it on this back, okay? So let's turn this back around. So this is the outside. So this piece, that's the tall piece, I'm gonna insert it from the outside into the inside, just like so. And then I put, actually I'm gonna put this on this piece first. And then I take this flatter piece and I put it on top. So it fits perfect. And then you take this tool, you put it here. Make sure you have a solid surface. I use a cutting board in addition. And I use this cool hammer. And you don't want to do like little, jabs. You want to give it like two nice, whack. So this is a great way to get out some aggression. So here we go. 1, 2. And that was it, guys. I mean, see, once you do it, it's very easy. It's just very intimidating before you actually try it. So this is how I do them. And now let's go ahead and work on our straps. Okay, let's work on our strap. I leave a nice long tail because we're gonna need that to sew it in. So start out with a slip knot, okay? Then you're gonna chain 2, 1, 2. Now you're going to insert your crochet hook into the first chain. So skip this, insert here, pull up a loop. Now you have 2 loops, yarn over, pull through both loops. Okay, that's what it looks like right now. So you see this side chain here, right here. You insert your crochet hook underneath that one. So you turned your work, right? So you turn your work, insert it into the side loop, yarn over, pull up a loop. Now you have 2 loops, yarn over, pull through both loops. Now if you look again, if you turn your work, now you have 2 loops on the side. Going forward, you're always going to have 2 loops. So go with your crochet hook underneath both loops, yarn over, you have 2 loops, yarn over, pull through both loops. So I'm just going to do this a couple more times for you to watch. Turn your work, insert your hook underneath both loops, 2 loops, yarn over, pull through both loops, turn your work, keep doing so until you have the length that you want. Okay, now I got my 2 straps done. Look how cool they look. They're very strong with this technique, and they have a little bit of give, but super awesome. So if I was gonna measure my straps length, we have 26 inches, which is 66 centimeters long. Okay, so I installed one of the straps on my bag, and that's what it looks like. And I want to show you how I do that. So you can see that I attach one side of the strap to the bag, and I want to show you how to do the other side. So make sure that your straps are not twisted. Okay, so this is nice and even. And then this is the outside of the bag. So I go from the outside to the inside with my straps, like so. And then I pull it up and I just eyeball it, but I know you guys are gonna ask me how many inches, and I say it's 2 inches. Yeah, so from here to here, it's about 2 inches. And then what I do is, so I hold it nice and tight here, and I take my short end, I go around the back, and then I make a loop through here. Okay, I pull it nice and tight and just check how it looks on the other side. And then what I'm going to do is, with my long tail here, I'm going to put it onto a needle, and then I'm going to sew the tail end in. So just go up and down a couple times and fasten off, and that should do it. And those are your straps. So let me do it a couple more times and fasten it off. Okay, all the straps are on, all of the loose ends are fastened off, and my bag is done. How do you guys like it? I love this bag. This is so simple, and for the time that you spent with it, I think it is such an awesome bag. If you did like this tutorial, I would so love to hear from you. Let me know if this is something you want to see more often, and I will do my best to bring some more tutorials. See you guys next time. Bye.